Hi, Statesman Nation. We are joined today by Clayton Norberg, assistant football coach for William Penn, covering secondary as well as obviously defensive coordinator. So, appreciate you coming in for a little bit, bud.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, always good to cover some different coaches, talk to some different coaches,
and a little different perspective.
Yeah, don't just give Todd all the attention. So.
Right.
All right. Let's before we talk about seniors and senior day and Peru State and all of that. Let's back up, talk about the Grandview game. It's the big rivalry game, the Rocket and Ladder, all of that. Unfortunately, it stayed in Des Moines.
Right.
But I think the score was a little deceiving. It was a lot closer, I think, than the score.
Typically when we do play those games, the score and the whole game itself, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
With a team like Grandview and what they are this year, if you make mistakes, we turn the ball over a little bit, gave up big plays defensively, it makes the score go balloon up a little bit, like you said. But for the most part, a lot of the game was played pretty close.
Right.
Obviously, we wish we would get that trophy back a little bit more, but they're tough. But we felt like we could compete with them, and we did in a lot of times. But they forced their hands and others, and they took the trophy back.
Yeah. What was the biggest difference? I mean, obviously the turnovers play a huge part, especially when you've got, I think there were two inside their red zone that and then another field goal that was missed. Opportunities that you left some points on the board, or just actually they flipped the script and you could have got points and Nate got points instead. What else was kind of the biggest difference?
So speaking definitely defensively was giving up those short fields. We have to try to step up and get a field goal attempt. And then when it came down to us defensively, we felt the big plays. The few of the big plays that we gave up were really more on our end, that we had some good chances to make a play or do those things, and we just didn't get to make the play.
Yeah.
So when it came down to it, you got to finish. You got to make those plays if you want to knock off a team that's number 4, maybe even ranked too low at number 4.
Yeah.
They're a pretty good opponent. That you got to make some big plays, and I don't think we did that well enough.
For sure. All right, let's talk more positively.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's get past that.
Exactly. Switching up to Peru State, final home game of the year. It's senior day, all of that, but let's first concentrate on Peru State, another team that runs the option. So, both teams should be fairly even and should be very, very prepared for a week like this. But taking nothing away from Peru State, but they're winless right now. They're struggling, obviously, to get a lot of things going for whatever reasons. But what do you see with the Bobcats?
Well, they've been a thorn in our side the last couple of years.
Yeah,
winless Peru State team doesn't mean they're not a quality Peru State team. I think that just goes to speak on the depth of the heart in itself. So that we don't show up, they're gonna be a pest. They're gonna hang around. We got to come play well. We got to know, and the option gives you that chance to. If we don't do our jobs defensively, they can. Again, be a thorn in our sides and give us problems. Now, they're not as dynamic as they have been in the past, and they're missing some of their playmakers. So, that's where they've been a little short on the win column, but they're capable. So, we're looking forward to this matchup. Should be a quick game.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I always look forward to this game. Like, it's like 2 hours, 20 minutes at longest when we just get in.
In the past, it's been a TV game, and it still goes quick. So, without that, too, it should buzz right by. But that's scary too, that short game, a few mistakes, you don't know how many more chances you're going to get. So we're just telling our guys, option defense, do your job, be very, very disciplined, and don't let one get away from you.
Yeah, they have I guess traditionally, as far as I've noticed, they tend to pass a little bit more than we do out of their option. They don't see a lot of success again with that, and the numbers just don't show it this year. Is there anybody, I guess, in particular that kind of sticks out on that offense, or any?
They're fullbacks.
Fullbacks. I was gonna say, or any individual area. Are they running more dives, or are they trying to get to the outside? Or
they rely heavily on their fullbacks. They're good players. And then I think that gives them a chance to control the game. Obviously they're reading it just like we are, but they call a lot of plays that are designed to get in their hands. Their receivers, they graduated 2 kids last year that caught some big passes for them. So without those guys running around out there, it's been a little different. It gets cold and windy out at Lacey. That their fullbacks are what we got to really think about tomorrow.
So like you said, it's kind of a mirror image with us. And obviously we like to give it to Ben and Tommy as much as possible. And if we can get to the outside, great. We'll get to the outside.
We'll control the clock and control the ball.
For sure. Going to the other side of it, talking about their defense. They give up quite a few yards, quite a few points, all of that, again, leading to a winless campaign so far. What have you seen on their defense?
Well, I don't get to watch too much, but I did,
Right.
lucky enough, get to talk to Coach Tyler Hafner a little bit about it. Where are they? And he said that probably their strength is their D-line.
Okay.
Where a lot of other people throwing it and such, and the heart doesn't matter as much. But
Yeah.
against the triple option, that there'll be a battle in the
Yeah,
trenches
they can jam it up.
when our offense has the ball. So it plays into their strength a little bit for us trying to run the ball on them. Best thing is we'll read those guys and go and but that's what I got the information from the offense.
Sure. All right, well, special teams then on that side
Yes.
too. It's probably another one where like I don't really know because I'm not in special teams, but how important is that going to be? Again, it's going to be colder. It doesn't sound like any.
It won't be last year's wind.
Anything wet, yeah.
Right.
Hopefully no crazy wind. But that's always an important part, getting yourself in the best field position possible.
Yeah, and I control the punt team, so we talk about the importance of the field position swing, setting our defense up with at least some yards behind us and having a lot behind us so we can defend and that makes life a lot easier. And we've stressed a lot the last few weeks of getting better in the special teams, taking pride in that. So we're talking big plays in special teams, not just because against Peru State, but that's what we feel like if we're going to start winning more of these games. Let's try to turn a corner in the kicking game.
Yeah, definitely. All right, again, senior day. This is a big senior class. I mean, there's 21 guys that are going to be recognized tomorrow. Let's talk about those individuals, some guys that play a lot that are going to be very sorely missed on the field. Not to say that the other guys that don't play as much aren't going to be missed, but let's talk about the senior class and what they've meant to the program.
Yeah, first that comes to mind is Rashawn Coleman.
Right.
He's one of the guys that's been here a long time,
Yes.
and it breaks my heart that he won't be able to suit up tomorrow.
Yeah.
But what he's done for the program over his course of years, it seems like he's been here a while. But he's been fun to coach, watch him develop. He's been a hell of a football player while he's been at it. So he won't be playing tomorrow, but he's going to be missed as part of the senior class. And then a couple other guys on defense that are kind of new faces to the defense are JT and Jaden Jiggy.
Yeah.
And two guys that were transfers and stepped up. And JT was a quarterback, playing some defense, coming over playing linebacker. Has been great for us. And we're going to miss Jiggy's just his energy. I mean, he's a great football player, but the way he attacks the weight room and the way he brings our team together and the things he does in that capacity will be sorely missed.
Sure.
But of all those linebackers, I don't think you can replace a Clive Manuel.
Yeah.
Like 4-year starter from a big school out in California, coming from St. John Bosco, and being able to come to Oskaloosa and have the success all around that he's had and be the leader and just really always old reliables, kind of what Clive's been his whole career. And it was fun to get him back. We were thinking he may never play football again when he showed up and said, Coach, I'm going to be ready to go. And okay, Clive, but now seeing him out there again is huge. It's fun to see him close his career. Then Donovan Tucker, kid that you talk about in the secondary at corner, just resilient.
Yeah.
That kid never went away. A lot of times, you're trying to out-recruit kids. You're trying to find someone better, but you want kids that care about your program, that care about doing things right, and that's Donovan Tucker to a T. He doesn't want to disappoint anybody, wants to do everything right, and knows his role, but is always working to be better. And he's starting a lot of football games down the stretch, and he's been doing great for us. Really proud of him. Yeah. And then offensively, there's a whole cast of them along the offensive line.
Definitely on the line for sure.
That's crazy. I think all 5 of them, right, are seniors.
I think so.
And so that's a pretty amazing to see in itself, and just to see those guys work, and I mean just the physicality that they go and play with, and stick out as Sione's been starting for a while. Hayden Stender's been a cog in that offensive line for multiple years now, but then just some guys stepping up like Charles Nelson right now, and Zach Tracy,
Malik Williams,
just and
Jason
really
Castano.
I
mean, like I said, that list kind of goes on for on.
Jason stepping up when Sione went down, and Zach and Malik just continuously working to make sure we're ready when their time showed up, and I think that's an old lineman mentality anyway, just to always be ready, and those kids don't complain much. They just work really hard, and it's a testament to like the 8 of them that are going to be graduating. But I think that's a good.
And there's a whole bunch.
Jeremiah Benson, an unsung hero for his whole career, being a great receiver and a triple option. But that kid can play some football, and he's made big plays when he's.
Another guy that came back from an injury.
Right.
We thought maybe his career is over, but he came back and said, I want to play more.
Yeah,
I'm not done. So
and he's been
hard.
fantastic for us. So those kids don't always get the most opportunities out there, but he's been a force.
Yeah, for sure. How important is it? Important, not really the word, but how big is it just to say, you know what, guys, we're going out, and how much we've been selling it this week. We're going to sell out for the seniors. One last time at home. Obviously, there's 2 more games, but
we kind of preach it all through the season.
Right.
Hey, this is the seniors' last first. This is the seniors' last homecoming. This is the seniors' last Grandview game. I mean, not all those have panned out like we wanted, but we make it a point that these young guys don't know how soon they're going to be staring down the barrel of their last few football games at William Penn, and I can think back to my playing days. It goes fast, and so we really from the very beginning try to make it pretty special for the seniors. But when it hits home a little harder on senior day. So I think it's just we have an opponent that is on the slide a little bit that we can go and we can play well against, and we can have some success. Let's go and do it for them. From the start to finish, let's give them a day they can remember.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thanks, Clayton, so much. Again, Clayton Norberg, defensive coordinator and secondary coach here at William Penn. Noon start at Statesman Community Stadium tomorrow, so definitely come on out.
Yep.
Just bundle up. It's November. It's Iowa.
The sun's supposed to be out though. It shouldn't be too bad.
It shouldn't be too bad.
It'll be a quick one.
Yeah, exactly. So you get right back inside and break some cocoa. You'll be good. So, all right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.